Brian Posehn, ladies and gentlemen. Just got done doing the podcast. You're hilarious, as always.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Brian is one of those dudes that I've known for about probably 15 years or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But
I've been down here since the 90s.
This is the first time we ever really sat down and had like a serious conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we talked when we worked together on the Man Show, but yeah, nothing like this.
Not like
2 hours.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Yeah.
That was cool. Brian is no longer in the pot club, folks.
I'll be back.
He'll be back. We caught him 3 months completely sober. Because that's got to be a weird thing to be like the pot comedian. You were one of those guys.
One of them, yeah. But I'm more the metal comedian, too.
Yeah.
That's what somebody pointed out to me. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I don't do that many pot jokes, but it all kind of came from a pot place. I mean, most of those jokes were written while I was high.
And the important thing is that he's the one that indoctrinated Doug Benson, who's
true.
probably the biggest pothead comedian. I mean, nobody's connected more to pot as a comic than Doug.
That's
right?
like teaching Carrot Top about props. It's like, you should do this.
Exactly.
You
But
should,
it's worse.
glue these two things together and make fun of that. I did that.
I wouldn't say worse, but I mean, it's bigger because Carrot Top's not spreading props all across the country and getting other people to do props.
That's true.
Like Doug from that movie, Super High Me.
Yeah,
How many people started smoking weed because of that movie? I bet
Probably,
a lot.
yeah.
I bet a lot of people looked at that and go, "What the fuck, man? He looks fine. Bring that bong over here."
Right.
So this is if you're
I
upset at
created
Doug
a bunch
Benson.
of monsters, I guess.
Yeah, I bet you did, dude. you spawned it. Brian Posehn, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being on the podcast, man.
Thanks,
that was
buddy.
awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, the guy's cool as well. This is the tank. It's a cool photo lab.
This looks like that city in Salt City. What's that, the salt?
The salt? Yeah. All this salt on the ground is actually what I get out of the tub, the tank rather. And it's also because at one point in time, back in the past, I had a rupture in the lining and the salt water leaked out and got all over the floor. And we had to wind up cleaning it out and doing a bunch of different things to fix it. And then I got this new tank from Float Lab Technology. And so all this shit on the ground is all just salt. Now this is the tank.
You'll edit all that out. It's kind of boring, arcane.
It smells kind of between 93 and 95
Can you do anything about that?
degrees. No, it's small. It's just salt.
There's a lot of cum in there too, I think.
Not that much. Neil Brennan, thank you very much for being on the podcast,
Joe,
man.
pleasure was all
I want to
mine.
get you into the isolation tank.
Yeah, no, I'm
We're try
doing
it. It's
that.
in Venice. I'm going to call in for you. It'd be an awesome thing for you to sit and think up ideas. There's no environment like that on the planet where you don't feel your body. You disconnect
Right.
from your body and you're all inside your head. It's amazing.
I'm pretty close to that, just walking
You
around.
think so?
I'm
That's just
so
how you
in my
roll?
head that I'm a human isolation type.
Well, in your head there would be a
No, I'm
more
fucking
intense thing.
curious. When does it kick in?
Well, it depends on how relaxed you get, you know, how much you can let go. It takes a while to get comfortable with the experience because it's so weird.
I
You're
feel like I would
floating in a
cry.
storm.
Does that make
Cry?
sense?
You might cry.
Have you ever cried?
Not in there, but in real life, yes.
You have?
Yes, several times.
Wow.
I
Like
cried
less than
at
a dozen?
movies. Oh, no, more than a dozen. I'm
Did you cry
an
in Up?
emotional person. No, I didn't cry during Up. No, it takes more than a cartoon to get me to cry, bro. A little bit of tears were shed
It
during
takes,
Tangled, though.
excuse me, first of all, it takes 3D and live action.
Yeah,
and
live
Bambi.
action, 3D.
So,
Bambi.
I cried at Titanic like a motherfucker.
Did you really? Wow.
Like
That's,
twice.
I cried because I paid $7 for that piece
I
of
like that
shit.
movie.
Did you really like Titanic? You know what I liked about it? When they did the flyover of the ship, when you're looking at the people walking, and it's because it's old CGI, they look stupid.
Yeah,
fake
they
as
look
fuck.
robotic. Yeah,
It looks
I
so
noticed that when it was
fake.
happening.
I enjoy that about it. That's my favorite part of Titanic, when everything looks fake. I really like it. I thought it was a dumb movie.
I liked it.
I liked it. I like all
Special
Leonardo
effects were
DiCaprio
the
movies.
shit. I would like it if it was just the thing crashing into the water, because the special effects were awesome. Other than that, no.
You didn't like when he stenciled her? I would have thought that would have been right up.
I liked that she was naked and still like.
That
a
was
little
nice that she was
fat.
naked. That's what an awful
Just a little
double standard
fat.
the MPAA has. Is that like she was tasteful naked? It's
Right.
like no, but she's still naked. I don't give a fuck. I still saw a woman's nipple.
Did you see her nipple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
I don't
even.
remember. Whatever happened to that chick? She turned into a meat bomb, right?
No.
Didn't she?
No, she's all right.
She got big, didn't
looks-
she?
No, she
I don't
looks
know.
good.
Didn't she get
She's
big
actually
for a while?
probably smaller than she was then.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't she go meat bomb for a little while though?
I don't
The
remember.
internet will agree with
Meat
me.
bomb
I'm pretty
is,
sure Christina Aguilera went meat bomb.
Wait, if you say anything negative about a lady, the internet will agree, right?
Sure.
Meat bomb.
Or hate you.
Can
but
you
she
believe
went-
this, Kirstie Alley? What a hog, right,
Oh,
guys?
That's the saddest one ever. You ever look at her when she was on Cheers? She was so hot.
Her first episode of Cheers, when I saw it, I was like, that lady's kind of big. She was a little big for me. Huge. She was wearing leather pants. I remember she was wearing purple leather pants. And it was one of those asses where you just go, I think that's
You don't like them too
couple
big, huh?
sizes too big for me. I like a size 3.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't.
That's how manly I am.
I don't know. I just made that up. But I don't like a huge. I like a nice ass.
I got a great story about Mark Coleman. He was the UFC heavyweight champion. We're hanging out once in a strip club, and he had this girl sitting on his lap. And he goes, "She's only about 90 pounds." And then he goes, "That pussy's got to be tight." Like that's how he was breaking it down. She's only about 90 pounds.
So you can't have a loose pussy at that weight class.
Yes, he figured. She's so small, and he's a gorilla. I'm just gonna take her.
Look at the rabbit.
Yeah, they're all over the place out here. Deers, coyotes. A mountain lion killed someone's dog out here even a couple years ago.
People are still talking about it.
Good night, everybody. We're here live with Monster Bronny. Monster Bronny just got done doing the podcast for the first time.
Yeah, man.
Good
That was
seeing you,
cool.
my
That was
friend.
fun. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks
It
for
was a lot
being
of
on.
fun.
It was great. It was interesting. We got to talk all kinds of shit. International politics. We went deep to the Middle East. By the way, Iranians, not Arabs. Okay?
Remember
It's
that.
Important shit.
Remember
they don't
that.
like to be called Arabs.
Yeah, man.
That's very important.
I'll track you down and cut you.
And Maz has a podcast with our other pal, Al Madrigal, that's been on the podcast several times, and Chris Spencer. It's called Minivan Men, and you go to minivanmen.com, and you can check that out, and then people can catch you on mazjabrani.com, right?
I'm everywhere, man. Find me.
Maz forever. How
I
long
know,
have we known
man.
each other, man?
Boy, it's been several years. Joe, I remember when I first started the comedy store, Joe was just, you were the man, killing it. And now you're killing it here, and
The Comedy Store was a fun place back in the day.
it was, right?
Too bad it's overrun by cunts.
Damn!
I can't go back.
I first remembered Maz's name all the time because every time you saw him, you'd always sing his song.
Mazjabrani. Mazjabrani. Yeah, I don't know why, man. Who came
I
up
think
with
Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz. Joey would come in during my sets, in the middle of my set, and just start singing. I was just, hey, ho, it's my Jabrani, Jabrani Maz.
When Joey stopped coming to the Comedy Store, that's one of the things that killed it.
Yeah.
Joey stopped coming 6 months before I got kicked out of there. That was when he stopped coming there. I was like, God, like what is it? He just fucking hated them.
Yeah.
He would just go, what the fuck are we doing coming to this fucking shit? Or
Yeah,
he would get angry at you. He'd go, come down to the store and hang out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there with that fucking place.
Yeah.
Lost
Joey's, man, it was a magical time there, man.
His
What?
picture flew off the wall the other day. They have headshots on all the walls, and the other day it just, I guess, flew off and cracked into pieces. And
Wow.
We went through a magical era. There's an era of us and you and me and Ari and Brody and
Tripoli,
Don Barris
all
and
those,
Tripoli.
yeah.
There's an era that we went through. Those years of like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
There was a fun era.
Yeah.
And a lot of good comics came out of there.
Yeah.
It was a good time for comedy there, and there was some nights, man, when we had like some Friday nights there. It was Saturday nights there. It was packed and it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at the lineup, and it was you and Aaron Cater and Tripoli and me, and it was one after the other. And Ari and Joey. It was like, man, those were fun times.
Yeah.
Those were fun times in that place.
Yeah.
I guess there's a new wave of good guys there now.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. No,
That's how it goes, right?
that's how it goes, baby.
That's how it goes. Out in the wild world of stand-up comedy. Ross Jabrani, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay away from hip hop.
Russell Peters, ladies and gentlemen, and his friend Junior from London.
Junior Simpson.
Junior Simpson from London, who we just met today. A fabulous guest on the podcast. And you broke the jinx, sir. You didn't know about the jinx before you got here, but we've had the jinx of having 2 guys on, so it's 4 people in the podcast, and everybody talks over everybody, and it becomes a disaster. And twice it happened accidentally. One time a guy brought his girlfriend. We didn't know he was bringing his girlfriend. His girlfriend started talking. Another time a guy brought a ride, and his ride happened to be a comic, so we said, well, sit in. And it became a disaster. But you, sir, were not a disaster. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you. It worked out well. Russell, you're the fucking man. It's always
You are
good to
too,
see
young
you.
fella. I left you a book and a DVD. You can ignore them as much as
I'm gonna read your book, man. I want to find out about your childhood. I want to find out what makes Russell tick.
you'll find out. It's all in there.
It's all in there. Did you
I think
really
I'm
write it?
gonna
I
move out
heard there's a rumor that your brother wrote
My
it.
brother wrote it.
What's fake that?
It's written right on the front. My brother wrote it. What we would do was we would take long drives, and then he would record. We would just talk, and then he would just text whatever I said.
Oh, that's smart.
It's really funny because in the opening thing, you actually say that if it was left to you to do it, it would have been like a
Yeah,
flyer.
it would have been a flyer. Right in the opening of the book. I said, thank my brother for writing this, because if I had written it, it would have been a flyer.
I'm actually writing my book, and it's a lot of goddamn work. It's
Yeah.
a lot of work to sit there in front of that.
That's why
fucking
that was like, my bro, who knows me better than my brother? Do you have a brother?
No, no,
Sister?
Do you want
sister.
to
High school
borrow
sister?
one?
Well, she wouldn't do a good job.
Do you want to borrow his?
No,
He's
no,
good.
good. His brother, can I borrow him for a little bit?
You'd be good. You'd be good
I need
friend.
some insight. Want to know about your childhood? Sit down. If we're gonna be brothers, I have to know everything.
What's your middle name?
James.
Nice.
What are yours?
Dominic.
Dominic Russell. Dominic.
And you're the Italian. I got the fucking Italian middle name.
Ridiculous. How'd you get a Dominic middle name?
Godfather.
Yeah. Are you? What is your? Are you 100% Indian? Do you have other shit in you?
Both my parents are from India, but we're kind of mixed with the British.
British.
Because
Interesting.
they were fucking us for 400 years.
Nice.
India was the richest country in the world till the British got there.
Really? Until when? When did the British get there?
What, in the 1600s or something?
Jesus Christ.
Well, we've been apologising ever
That's
since.
a goddamn blink of an eye as far as the universe goes. So 400 years ago, you guys were dominant, running
Right.
shit. You had all the spice.
It was one of the richest countries in the world.
You had all the spices. Is that what it was?
Spices and gold and jewels. And
Isn't that
diamonds.
funny? That's what, when Columbus came to America, that dumb fuck thought he landed in India.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do.
I
Trying to get to
used to
India.
do a joke about that when they call natives Indians, because that fucking retard was looking for my people. And then I said, what do you do on Columbus Day? Drive around till you don't know where the fuck you are anymore?
It's true. I mean, you want to talk about
Turn the
how
GPS
bad-
off, it's Columbus Day.
how bad navigation was and how little they knew about what was out there in the world. They thought they were going to drop off the edge of the earth. They thought that they'd get to the point there was the ocean would have a drop off, and that would be.
Yeah.
So they
Like an
took a
infinity
chance.
pool.
They fucking took a chance, and they got all the way to America, and thought they were in India. Like they were so off.
Yeah.
They weren't even really in America. They were in the Bahamas, right? Then they landed in the Bahamas at
I think
first.
so.
Is that where it was first?
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Look at
They
that.
landed in some island somewhere, and then eventually, slowly, figured out a way to poison the entire country. But then
It's true.
again, here we are, California, 2011, living like a doctor. This man just bought a fucking Rolls Royce convertible.
Used.
Was he used?
09.
Oh, nine.
7,000 miles on it.
That's a good move.
How's
That's
your
smart.
CUDA?
That's
You still got
prudent.
it?
Got rid of it.
Really?
Sold it.
Oh, who bought it?
It almost killed me. Did I tell you a story?
No.
I was driving it on the highway. I was going 70, 80 miles an hour. Get home, in my driveway, I pull into my driveway, and I hear clunk, and my car leans. So I get out, and the suspension has detached itself from the frame, and the wheel is stuck and bent into the front fender. And I'm like, that could have happened 10 minutes ago when I was on the highway, and I would be dead. So I got it all fixed, I got everything repaired, and I got the
Chip
suspension
fix
redone. No. Chip just designed it.
Oh.
Chip Foose just designed it. A guy named Troy Chapanier built it. Then I got a guy out here, Steve Strope, he fixed everything, redid the suspension, and I sold it. Got a Porsche GT3. What?
Where's that at?
It's in the garage, want to see
Come on,
it?
fool, show us.
Oh, I'll show him. See ya.